Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly. I love the rain. I love the beach after it rains. I love seeing everything all cleaned up after that. We got a nice night and a day of rain here in Orange County. Beautiful. We are getting tons of mixed messages here in the market. And we're being told one thing when it looks like reality is the exact opposite. So before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget I have a Patreon channel that you can get more access to me. If you'd like more access to Dan, you can sign up for that. The birds are enjoying the boardwalk. And there's nobody out here today. It's really nice. Let's get into it. First things first, the clown in chief, Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer said that we're in an economic boom and that this is like the roaring 20s all over again. Remember, this guy was calling for the stock market collapse, a week ago? And now we are in an economic boom unlike anything we've seen in our lifetimes. This is just like post-World War I, where we saw an economic boom from 1918 to 1929, where the stock market went up 500%. We could see that again, and people need to buckle up and get ready for this great stock market rally and the booming economy. Everything is back to normal. Okay. I mean, there's no but, and there's no, this is a joke, right? Okay. So Jim Cramer is saying this, and there's only a few problems with this, and that is to say that the employment is at 100%. I love this. Okay, we got unemployment numbers that were good. Okay, the new unemployment claims were at a low right now. Okay, that being said, they're trying to compare this to we haven't had unemployment this low in 50 years. Since the health crisis started, we haven't seen this low of an unemployment number. Okay. Okay, great. I have a feeling a lot of people are not in the workforce. The thing that we're seeing, that we're being told is there's 104 million people sitting on the sidelines. There's, another 4.3 million people that don't want to go back to work. The old people that they want to bring back, they're not counting all these people. And there's people that are like, Dan, I won't go back to work. If you read the comments in my videos or the emails that I get on a daily basis, and I get hundreds of emails, you see things like this where people are just fed up. Dan, I quit doing what I'm doing, looking for something else. I'll never go back to working like that. So that's the first thing. So everything we're supposed to be told is fantastic, and that unemployment's under 5%, which again, you'd have to be delusional to think that that's a real number, because it's not a realistic number. Okay? Now, the next thing is inflation. Inflation, they anticipate, is at a 40-year high. 40-year high, okay? Now, people like Manarino, he says, don't worry, it's going to go to a 50-year high. And then we're going to see it go to a 60-year high, eventually to a 100-year high, as far as the percentage of inflation that we're having in our lifetime. Okay. What do you believe? Now, they're talking about inflation being at 6.8%. It's much higher than that. Okay, my daughter called today from Los Angeles and told me that she cannot find gas in LA for regular gas in her area under $5.20 a gallon. Okay, but inflation's at 6%. Okay, so that's insane, guys, to be told that everything is great, everything's booming, and we know it's not. We know that that's the case. Look at how clear this is out there, guys. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely stunning. See that little black dot right there? Move my hand properly. That's another cargo ship way south, loaded to the gills. Okay, so we're seeing inflation at a 40-year high. We're seeing unemployment we're at full unemployment, but then you have all these people that say that they're not working. So you've got to make a realistic determination on what's real with the economy. Is there this much unemployment, or is it not that bad? Okay? Now, Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. He was on CNBC and a couple other channels, but he saved the video on his YouTube channel, and it's fantastic. He was talking about how he feels things are, in some sectors, they're improving, but overall, there's real problems in everything. First things first, commercial real estate. He got rid of over half their commercial real estate, and when you drive here, like driving from here through Newport Beach, down to Laguna, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of vacant retail establishments out there. I had somebody write me and said that 7 of their friends went out of business in their different industries, completely different industries, but they had 7 friends that lost their businesses this year. Just couldn't hold on, tried to do everything they could and lost it. You're going to see more and more of that as things continue. Now, what's interesting with Kevin is he was talking about how they unloaded all this commercial property, and he sees that the supply chain is absolutely decimating the prices of things and making the inflation go up even worse. So you have to determine for yourself what's real and what's not. To sit there and just say, hey, buy stocks, everything's going to be great, you're delusional. And again, Jim Cramer, his investment club, you can sign up for free, and he makes all these recommendations. But, last week he was telling me about this could be it. And now we're supposed to believe that everything's back and it's the 1920s again, and it's just going to be money hand over fist. That may be, but it's ridiculous to think that. Now, the other thing with Kevin O'Leary is that he said that he anticipates that, this bird keeps following me like he's going to get something. Kevin O'Leary said that he anticipates that 55% of the people that quit their jobs in the last year are never coming back to work on a regular basis again. They're never going to work in a office again or a cubicle or anything like that. Now, women, the biggest percentage of this. Women, they have younger kids. That they surveyed. They had younger kids, and they love to be able to be there for their children. When they get home from school, mom's working out of the house. That's a great gig, okay? Instead of driving for an hour to the office, stuck in traffic, leaving an hour before the kids go to school, coming back, this is just something that a certain part of the workforce absolutely loves, and it's going to be productive. Okay, that's great. What do you do with all the office space that's out there that's vacant? Suppose, don't worry about that. It's going to fill itself back up again. Okay, I don't think so. So, so a lot to ponder, a lot to think about. But as far as, the inflation, the inflationary numbers, one thing that I found very interesting was Google said flat out this week that they will not give raises to their employees that will match inflation. And they use the 7% number. Inflation's at 7%. This is the first time I've ever heard anybody of the caliber of Google CEO saying that inflation's at 7%. Guys, we know it's much higher than that. So 7% inflation, they're not going to give raises to the Google employees for 7%. Okay? So again, I think inflation is at like 16%. I think the unemployment's well over 20%. Share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Let me know what you think about this and what you're seeing in your neighborhood. Now, I get told, Dan, everything's great in my neighborhood. Things are fantastic. There's, everything's great. Okay? Great. Again, an economic collapse does not happen all at once. Okay? You're going to see regions and areas have problems with this. And then it'll spread much worse to different areas. So, let me know what you think. But again, if you work at Google, you're not getting a 7% raise. And again, what's the proper raise amount? What's the proper figure? The other thing was I found a great article about investment bankers and would you work 55 hours a week to make $400,000 a year? Okay, yeah, okay. Most of us that work for ourselves, do not. We work more than 55 hours a week when you add it all up. And there's times that people sit there and think about running their own businesses, and when you add it up the hourly wage, it really is low. But would you want to become an investment banker and make $400,000 a year? So let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. It's nice to see the boardwalk and the beach without anybody here. After the rain, it's very beautiful. There's the basketball court at Main Beach that everybody sees and they line up for, and you can see how wet it's been. The seagull on top of the lamp has got it made. Nice perch, can see everything. The International Monetary Fund issued a warning stating that inflation, worldwide inflation, is going to hurt the poorest countries first. You're going to see them get destroyed because of this and because of the supply chain issues. The issues that are not happening. Everything worldwide is booming and roaring back. But again, the International Monetary Fund is talking about the poorest nations are the ones that are going to get destroyed first. Now, we have that same problem here in the United States, and that you see the poorest communities that are hurt the most because of gas prices, heat and energy prices, and food prices. So that being said, it's a worldwide problem, and the IMF sees this, but we're not supposed to worry about that right now. Now, Evergrande, the Chinese developer, and Kaisa both defaulted, didn't pay their bills, and it's going to be an international problem because they're defaulting on billions and billions of dollars of notes, and we're going to see if this is going to play out and be a major problem for all of us. We will see. The next two stories are completely unrelated, but I just wanted to share both of these with you. Since the health crisis started, it is anticipated that Congress has printed $4.5 trillion worth of stimulus relief for the health crisis. PPP loans, EIDL loans, stimulus checks, $4.5 trillion. Now, they came out after an audit and said that there is $500 billion left over. Okay, $500 billion, $500 billion. That still has not been spent yet. This is from CNBC. The crazy thing about this is that they anticipated that they've spent $3.5 trillion to this point. So let's do the math. $4.5 trillion they printed, they approved, they spent $3.5 trillion. There's 500 billion missing dollars right now. 500 billion missing dollars. Okay, isn't that crazy? Now, CNBC suggests that they spend it on education, spend it on infrastructure and things like that. But again, the money printing machine, just printing all this stuff up, right before your eyes. But do the math. There is $500 billion missing from this program. Now, what you have is you have programs like the EIDL loans where they still have it's anticipated $100 billion left over from them. Okay, a ton of money, but you can't make this up. So, next story, Karen Lynch is the CEO of Cvs Pharmacy. Karen came out and said the flash mobs that are stealing from CVS are fueled by online marketplaces. You cannot make this stuff up. These people are fueled because they steal things from CVS and then go to places like eBay and sell it. And we should monitor this and shut them down. How about arresting people that steal? How about that? How about the people that walk into stores? Here in California, they do not prosecute people for shoplifting if it's $950. People walk in with calculators and add things up so they don't get in trouble. How insane is that? This is very beautiful walking down this staircase that leads up. It's a beautiful day. Love it when it's like this. But what do you think about that? Is Karen Lynch insane? Okay, share your thoughts on this, please. Okay, because I think she's nuts myself. Isn't this nice? The shoplifting problem, the problem with crime, the problem with this. How about this one? I'll close this little segment with this one. There are 10 cities that have hit homicide records in 2021. And we've got, 3 weeks left of the year? Bravo, guys. We're number one. 10 cities have had more deaths than they have in previous years. So crime is absolutely out of control. See places like this, look at the benches there. Just absolutely beautiful, stunning place to hang out. So let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. Now, speaking of crime, there was a credit card theft ring out of New York, New York and Manhattan, that was broken up. 10 people involved got arrested, where they stole $750,000 worth of credit cards. These were postal workers that were, feeling the envelopes. Oh, it's a white envelope, it's got a card in it. And they had a ring, and you would turn this into specific people, and then they would give you money based on how much they got from purchases. So basically, if they did, if they got $50, you made X. If you got thousands of dollars, you made more money for the theft. So 10 people got indicted because of this, all postal workers. So isn't that fantastic? And again, high-end areas, high-end communities that they did this to. So it just keeps on going, guys. The next thing is the housing market. Here's a great stat. We have not seen housing prices go up like this in 45 years. The highest percentage of increases have happened in the last 2 years than we've seen in 45 years. Okay, does that scare you guys at all? Does that make you think, maybe we should slow down and not buy property right now and not just want to be part of this? And again, not everybody feels that way. There's a lot of people that would rather get in now. Interest rates are low. We'll never see this again. Maybe not, okay? But you're never gonna see these prices again in our lifetimes. I'm convinced of that. So, share your thoughts on that. Now, the other thing is lumber. Lumber, things are great. Lumber's shooting up again. It went up another 5%. It's over $1,000 per 1,000 board feet, which we have not seen prices like this since May of this year, but it's not the all-time high. The all-time high was $1,700 that we saw when things, they couldn't get lumber and all that stuff. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys, because again, you're seeing astronomical prices on lumber, and everything's great. Everything's perfect. Supply chain's great. Again, it's like, look at this. Okay, guys, I'm in Laguna Beach, and the fact that I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cargo ships this far south of the Port of Long Beach, the Port of LA, is absolutely crazy, okay? And it's beautiful. It's like a postcard out here right now. So let me know what you guys think about all this stuff, and it's absolutely nuts. And again, have you ever been the victim of identity theft? Have you ever been the victim of somebody stealing your credit cards? Back in the day, I was in an office building, this was in the 90s, early 90s, where they would have a central drop-off spot for mail, and like idiots, the mailman would leave the mail on Saturday outside for people to just wait till Monday till somebody got there. Well, you had a tremendous amount of theft during that time. And what happened was, remember they used to send you those check advances, if you're old enough to remember this, with your credit card. Hey, get your new $4,000 limit. Here's some checks to write against it. People would write checks. People would steal that. And I know a guy who woke up to wanting to use his credit card to buy gas. And hey, you're over your credit limit. Your credit limit's, you have $8,000 worth of outstanding checks that were used. Absolutely crazy. So let me know if this has ever happened to you, and if you've ever seen anything like this. Isn't it beautiful out here? It is. Keep saying that, but it's just absolutely stunning when the weather's like this. Look, there's a rainbow. Look. Now, you can't turn on any newscast or any video channel and really not hear something about cryptocurrencies and how it's gaining more popularity in the mainstream. Now, to give you an idea, the site Kickstarter. I don't know if you've ever been on Kickstarter. It's amazing. A lot of companies were started, a lot of innovation. The Fitbit basically originated from Kickstarter by a watch, okay? Also, the company Peloton was started on Kickstarter. Basically, people invent different things, invent different projects, write books, movies, different things like that, and they sell the technology on Kickstarter. Kickstarter is going to go through a blockchain technology in the future, and they're going to use decentralized autonomous organizations to do that, DAOs. So you're going to start seeing Kickstarter get within the 21st century and get themselves to a cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, blockchain background. Now, that being said, the next thing is the state of Florida. Ron DeSantis just announced that he wants people to be able to pay their fees to the state in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now, the big guy in Florida with this is Francis Suarez. He's the mayor of Miami, and he has determined that he wants, people to get paid in Bitcoin, have the Miami coin, all the stuff that he's doing. And you're starting to see this more and more and more in the public mainstream. And DeSantis, the 2022 budget has got a bunch of things for cryptocurrencies in there. And I can't believe these people are clambering on the rocks. It's starting to rain again. I don't know if you guys can tell that or not, but absolutely a beautiful day out here. But again, you're going to see this become more and more mainstream in the future, that blockchain technology, cryptocurrency technology will be used in the future. So let me know what you guys think about this, guys. It's exciting, guys. I really think that. I'm going to end this video with these last three stories. And first things first, there is a Starbucks that did it. Our brothers and sisters in Buffalo became unionized, and they fought the man, okay? They did it. They'll never take away our freedom, okay? And I think that was Mel Gibson that said that. Anyways, so a Starbucks is unionized in Buffalo, New York, okay? They won't mess with those baristas ever again. That being said, also the next thing is the life insurance business. The life insurance business has paid out more in 2020 than they did in the last century. Isn't that crazy? Biggest percentage, biggest payouts. So you think that industry is hurting right now? No, they're doing great. The life insurance industry, I'm sure, is fantastic. Okay? So there's that. The final thing is Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz, Daimler-Benz, beat Tesla in getting an autonomous car approved to drive on the highway. They can drive in the Autobahn. It's been approved, and they have a level 3 driving that Tesla does not have right now. So Tesla's at level 2, they're at level 3. Level 5, guys, I learned, is when you can sit there and basically sleep in the back, have a picnic, watch movies, and point to where you're going to go. Okay, so they're at level 3 for Daimler-Benz, and they beat Elon to this. So, share your thoughts on that. And I'm sure people are going to say, it's only approved to go 37 miles an hour, Dan. It's ridiculous. Okay, that being said, let me know what you guys think about all this. Please do not forget to hit the like button. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Join the email list. And don't forget, I have a Patreon channel. If you'd like to join the Patreon channel, you get a lot more access to me, and I will be happy to answer anything in regards to marketing, your business, funding, anything fun like that. So onward and upward, guys. I will see you very soon. And one last look at this beautiful beach after it rained and everything got cleaned up.